Let's embrace the cry of heaven, to see humanity filled with the light, the love, and the glory of God. Human beings in their right mind, cleansed of darkness, sin and brokenness, restored to the place they should be, walking in the garden with the Father, enjoying fellowship with Him, lives restored so they can be who they were intended to be. Connected, fulfilled, the hole that's in their life that no one else can fill other than the Creator, filled. People released to be a celebration of their humanity, a celebration of who they are, who they were made to be. Church connected together in the presence of God, a strange parable, a parable of unanswered questions, a parable of broken lives, a parable of great celebration of forgiveness and healing received now, of great triumph, a living party. Such is the church. Many tensions, yet the presence of God upon us, both the glory and the shame, all in one community, capable of great acts of service, yet at the same time lacking in so many ways. This is the church. Both the glory and the shame. This is the church, a place for idealists and dreamers, a place for very real reality, a place where heaven touches earth, a place where heaven touches earth, a place where we get so caught up with God's forgiveness and glory, we think we are never going to come down, a place where we touch so much dirt, we wonder whether we are ever going to see God again. Because there is so much pain, so much brokenness in people's lives, and that's what the gospel is for. We must not be ashamed of the tensions. We must not be disillusioned by the failures we will surely experience. We must not put down the gifts God has given us because it hasn't worked. Because we will be criticized, we will fail, and we will be persecuted. It's a promise. It's in the Bible. But there are also promises of great forgiveness, triumph, and healing. Serving God is all about living in the tensions, walking with God day by day. It's about the meals and the feasting, making our homes open places, having our lives invaded by the agendas of others. At times when the last thing we would want to do is to lead a group of people, talk to another person or share our faith, we do it because we know Jesus has laid his life down far more and at a far greater level than ever we could. Far far more and at a far greater level than but it's also about pulling to one side, putting our feet up, and lighting a fire in the garden in the middle of winter, sitting there all wrapped up with a nice bottle of chilled Chardonnay and some wicked seafood, just sitting there with your partner, with your feet up, looking at the fire, looking at the stars in the heavens, all that beautiful array, just being thankful to God that we are alive, that we have been saved. That God is with us. God is journeying with us.
And after love, new life is born. When silence comes, await the storm to stir, a wall to love, a bolt of strength from God above. And after sacrifice comes change, after battle justice reigns. Your love will come and break the chains, break into loves and rearrange. The weak to strong, the poor to great, the lost run free. The streets are angel territory. The streets are angel territory. And after gentleness comes grace. After building there's a place where lust are found and broken lives are swept into the bed of life. And tears are shed and warm